Picture this. You get up tomorrow morning and head to your nearby mall. The parking lot that used to be full of cars now looks empty. The store where you got your first job interview outfit has metal gates closed over its windows. The cool clothing store where teens used to chill after school has a plain white sign. Store closing. Everything must go.
Some like to call it retail apocalypse. Retail stores are pretty much going out of business. Many stores, over 3,200 stores, are closing, and it's looking like everything.
This isn't like a scene from a movie about the end of the world. This is America in 2025, and it's happening faster than anyone thought. Famous economist Richard Wolff, a retired professor from the University of Massachusetts and the host of the well-known Economic Update show, has been warning about what he describes as a major economic disaster that will make the 2008 financial crisis seem like a small bump in the road. His warnings about the retail sector, especially clothing stores, are so surprising that many people just can't believe it could actually happen. The numbers are clear and they're really scary. The big store shutdown of 2025. The phrase retail apocalypse refers to the slow drop in physical stores. But what's going on in 2025 isn't slow anymore. It's a complete breakdown happening really fast. Recent research from Coresight Research shows that 15,000 stores are likely to close this year, which is almost twice the 7,325 stores that shut down in 2024. This shows how it surpasses the record from the COVID-19 pandemic when the whole economy was closed. Think about that for a moment. In 2025, there are more store closures happening than during the global pandemic when businesses had to shut down due to government regulations. This isn't about short-term lockdowns or problems with supply chains. This is about basic changes in how people in America shop, use their money, and go about their daily lives. Richard Wolff has been talking about this economic change for a long time. His analysis looks deeper than just basic supply and demand reasons. He highlights serious issues in the American economy, issues that were kept out of sight for many years but are now becoming obvious like cracks in a dam ready to break. Forever 21. No store closure has surprised the retail world quite like Forever 21's total shutdown of its American operations. The Los Angeles-based fast fashion company said that shop closure discounts at its 354 leased sites will finish no later than April 30th, 2025, after declaring bankruptcy for the second time in as many years. Forever 21 was more than just a regular clothing store. It was a big part of shopping that shaped how a whole generation of young Americans experienced it. Forever 21 started in 1984 when Korean immigrants came to California. It soon became a popular store in malls where teens could find stylish clothes for very low prices. The company was the first to bring the fast fashion idea to America, quickly making affordable versions of runway styles in just a few weeks. Walking into a Forever 21 felt like stepping into a fun fashion world. The stores were really big, usually having several floors with areas for women, men, plus sizes, and accessories. For lots of teens, Forever 21 was their first chance to explore fashion on their own, letting them create their own style without spending too much money. However, beneath the surface of this impressive success, the company was facing serious financial issues. Forever 21 has lost over $400 million in the last 3 years, and in the year 2024, it lost about $150 million. The quick fashion approach that helped Forever 21 gain popularity eventually led to its decline, as online rivals provided cheaper choices with quicker shipping. Forever 21 shutting down is a big deal for the retail world because it shows that a business plan thought to be safe during tough times didn't work out. Fast fashion was expected to do well during tough economic times because it provided trendy clothes at affordable prices. If Forever 21 couldn't make it, what chance do other clothing stores have? Express. The clothing store that was once popular for work clothes or a nice evening out has filed for bankruptcy, marking another tough moment for American retail. Express was more than a store. It was a place where many Americans created their work outfits. For many years, Express held a special place in the retail world. It wasn't as pricey as stores like Macy's or Nordstrom, but it had nicer styles than discount shops. Young professionals beginning their careers could visit Express and discover all they needed for their first office job: blazers, dress shirts, slacks, and dresses that appear professional without being too expensive.
We were just told that everything in the store is $1.
Express stores were made to make shopping feel exciting. The lighting was nice, the music was modern, and the displays made even simple work clothes look stylish. Sales associates learned to assist customers in creating full outfits, showing young people how to dress well for success in corporate America. The company's downfall shows a bigger change in how people in America work and what they wear. More people working from home means they don't have to wear formal office clothes anymore. Even people going back to offices see that dress codes are now more relaxed. The business casual style that Express focused on has mostly faded away in a world where tech company leaders wear hoodies to meetings. Express had a hard time with the same issues that all clothing stores deal with. Online competitors might have similar styles for cheaper because they don't have the extra costs of physical stores. More young people are choosing to shop online instead of going to malls. The COVID-19 pandemic sped up these changes, and Express never bounced back. Jo-Ann Fabrics, the bankruptcy, and many store closures at Jo-Ann Fabrics mean more than just a business problem. They show the loss of creative communities all over America. Jo-Ann filed for bankruptcy protection again in January and shut down its last 444 stores after trying to reorganize and come out of its first bankruptcy. Jo-Ann was more than just a place to buy fabric and craft supplies. It was a place where creative people came together, especially women who sewed, quilted, scrapbooked, and made crafts. Walking into a Jo-Ann store felt like stepping into a world full of options. Lots of colorful fabrics lined the store, sorted by color and pattern. Whole aisles were set aside for various crafting hobbies, knitting, making jewelry, home decor, seasonal decorations, and crafts for kids. The store drew in customers who viewed shopping as a way to get ready for making things, not just buying stuff. A visit to Jo-Ann could spark ideas for starting a new quilt, refreshing home decor, or even making some clothes on your own. The stores held classes where skilled crafters showed beginners how to learn new skills, helping people connect over their love for creativity. For lots of families, especially those with tight budgets, Jo-Ann offered a way to save money by creating things instead of purchasing them. A mom can buy fabric and thread to make school clothes for her kids for much less than buying them already made. Grandmothers can buy materials to make special gifts for their grandkids, creating cherished family keepsakes that will last for years. Jo-Ann stores closing creates a big hole in lots of neighborhoods. Some small local craft stores are around, but they don't have the same variety and low prices that Jo-Ann provided. Online stores can offer supplies, but they can't give you the chance to touch different fabrics or the excitement of looking through rows of materials. The end of surf and skate culture, the bankruptcy of liberated brands, and the shutting down of all Volcom, Billabong, Quicksilver, Spider, RVCA, Roxy, and Honolulu stores marks the end of a significant time in American youth culture. These were more than just clothing brands. They were lifestyle brands that shaped the identity of many young Americans who connected with surf, skate, and action sports culture. Volcom started in the 1990s as more than just a clothing brand. It was a group that supported skateboarders, surfers, and snowboarders while making clothes that showed the free-spirited, artistic vibe of action sports culture. Volcom stores were more than just places to shop. They were spots where young people could meet others who loved alternative sports and creative activities just like them. Billabong was important because it was one of the first surf brands that helped share Australian surf culture globally. For many years, wearing Billabong showed you were part of a worldwide group of surfers. Even if you were far from the sea, the brand's stores were places where surf fans could come together to share stories, plan trips, and keep in touch with surf culture. Quicksilver was important in skateboarding culture, supporting famous skaters and making well-known skateboarding videos that affected not only fashion, but also art, music, and youth culture in general. RVCA drew in artists, musicians, and creative people who viewed the brand as a way to express themselves artistically, not just as a clothing line. Roxy was the first to make clothes for women in action sports, making outfits just for female surfers, skaters, and snowboarders when the industry mostly overlooked them. Roxy stores turned into places where young women could discover clothes that matched their active lives and sporty goals. The downfall of these brands shows bigger shifts in what young people like and how they shop. Social media has broken up the cultural impact that these brands used to have. Nowadays, young people look to influencers and online groups for style ideas instead of traditional brand marketing. The genuine countercultural vibe that drew people to these brands has been swapped for planned social media efforts that seem fake to younger shoppers. These brands face challenges due to less spending by consumers after the pandemic and the growth of cheaper online fast fashion choices, but their issues are more complex than just economic factors. They show how real youth cultures, which were based on shared activities and values, are turned into products and eventually lost to consumerism. Party City went bankrupt in 2024 and shut down several stores, including 7 in New York, with more closures expected in 2025. Even though Party City isn't just a clothing store, its closing shows another part of American shopping culture going away for good. Party City was the place for Americans to turn regular times into fun celebrations. The stores had lots of bright decorations, fun party supplies, balloons, and costumes that helped families celebrate birthdays, holidays, graduations, and other special occasions. Walking into Party City before Halloween felt like stepping into a magical place where anyone could turn into a superhero, princess, or monster for a night. The company's difficulties show wider shifts in how people in America celebrate and hang out. Social media has made it seem like every celebration needs to look great for Instagram, but it has also helped people think more about the environment and the money spent on fancy parties. Lots of families today choose to have simpler celebrations or make their own decorations instead of buying themed party supplies. Online stores have also impacted Party City's way of doing business. Customers can order party supplies online and get them delivered instead of going to Party City stores. Looking at party supplies and getting ideas from creative displays isn't as important now that people plan parties by scrolling through Pinterest instead of visiting stores. The heritage brands. The brands that are closing include Aeropostale, Brooks Brothers, Eddie Bauer, Lucky Brand, and Nautica, showing the loss of American fashion history that goes back over 200 years. Brooks Brothers is important in American history because it has dressed presidents and business leaders for more than 200 years. Brooks Brothers started in 1818 and has dressed many important figures like Abraham Lincoln, Theodore Roosevelt, and John F. Kennedy, along with many others. The company didn't just sell clothes, it shaped what American business outfits looked like. Brooks Brothers stores were places that celebrated classic American style. The dark wood fixtures, neatly arranged displays, and friendly sales staff made the place feel classy and elegant. Shopping at Brooks Brothers was not just about getting clothes. It was about being part of a tradition of American style that linked customers to important people and cultural values. The company's failure marks the end of the usual way of doing business in America. Casual workplaces, remote work, and new social views on formality have made Brooks Brothers classic styles look old-fashioned instead of timeless. Young shoppers aren't looking to dress like their grandpas, and older shoppers are paying more attention to prices when buying clothes. Aeropostale shutting down signals the close of another chapter in American youth fashion. Aeropostale started in 1987 and quickly became the favorite brand for teens and young adults looking for stylish and budget-friendly clothes with a preppy look. The brand stores were made to feel like college campuses, with relaxed displays and a lively vibe that made shopping enjoyable and social. Aeropostale had a special place in retail by providing preppy styles at prices that middle-class families could manage. Abercrombie & Fitch focused on wealthy teens, while Aeropostale offered similar styles to more people. Eddie Bauer's closing also marks a big change in American outdoor retail that we've seen for many years. Eddie Bauer started in 1920 and was a leader in outdoor and adventure clothing, making new products such as the first quilted down jacket. The stores were made to encourage outdoor fun, showing off camping gear, hiking boots, and tough clothes for people who love to be active. Eddie Bauer made outdoor activities like camping and hiking popular with everyday Americans, allowing people who weren't experts to enjoy the outdoors. The company's catalogs became important to culture, encouraging many Americans to enjoy nature and live active lives. Lucky Brand shutting down signals the end of premium denim culture as a popular trend. Lucky Brand started in 1990 and made high-quality jeans popular with American shoppers. They brought ideas like premium denim and designer jeans to everyday buyers. The stores were set up to look like old-fashioned clothing shops with worn-out displays and rock music that made buying jeans feel fun and edgy. Lucky Brand did well by offering nice-looking jeans that people could buy without spending a lot like they would on high-end brands. The company's marketing focused on being unique and expressing yourself, urging customers to choose jeans that showed their personal style instead of just following fashion trends. The brand's downfall shows the wider drop in jeans culture in American fashion. More young shoppers are choosing comfy athleisure wear, relaxed clothing, and trendy fast fashion instead of high-end denim. The COVID-19 pandemic sped up the move to comfy clothes, making fitted jeans seem old-fashioned and not cozy. Another brand, Nautica, that started in 1983 and made sailing and boating styles popular in American fashion, bringing nautical themes to people who had never been on a boat, is also shutting down now. The company's stores had displays that reminded people of yacht clubs and sailing trips, helping customers feel linked to sea traditions and a life of luxury. Nautica became popular by making preppy nautical styles accessible to everyone, styles that used to be linked to fancy yacht clubs and sailing groups. The brand allowed middle-class Americans to join in on nautical fashion trends without needing to own boats or be part of country clubs. Big Lots and Dollar General. The challenges faced by discount stores like Big Lots are a worrying sign for the retail sector. Big Lots went bankrupt in September and is closing stores. Dollar General is also shutting down 100 stores, even though it is trying to grow overall. Big Lots had a special place in American retail by selling brand name products at very low prices. The stores were like treasure hunts where shoppers could discover all sorts of items, from furniture to food, at much lower prices than regular stores. Big Lots did well by buying extra stock, clearance items, and imperfect goods from makers and selling them at big discounts. The company's stores drew in shoppers who liked the excitement of discovering surprise deals. Shopping at Big Lots took some time and effort, but customers found great deals on well-known products. The stores helped communities that didn't have many shopping options, offering good products at prices that families with low incomes could manage.
All right, making our approach, walking up to the building. Beautiful Big Lots sign. Nothing held back. 10 to 40% off right now. Closing sign on the side of the building. So let's go ahead and go on in and see what we can find, see what it looks like.
Big Lots' bankruptcy is important because discount stores usually do well when the economy is uncertain. When people have less money to spend, they usually start shopping at discount stores instead of not shopping at all. Even discount stores are having a hard time, which shows that American shoppers are dealing with tough money problems. Dollar General's choice to shut down stores, even with growth overall, shows that successful discount retailers are facing challenges from changing shopping habits and economic pressures. The company company has been one of the top retailers in the last 10 years, growing quickly in both rural and city areas that other stores have left behind. Dollar General did well by providing convenience and good prices for busy shoppers who wanted to skip long trips to big grocery stores or large retail shops. The stores are small, well-organized, and conveniently located to help customers find everyday items, food, and personal care products easily without the trouble of dealing with big retail spaces. Richard Wolff thinks that these brand failures show bigger issues in American capitalism. The economic system that built these famous brands is now harming them with problems that can't be fixed in the way things are set up now. The same market factors that help these brands succeed are now causing them to fade away. The large number of clothing stores closing will have cultural and social impacts that go beyond just the economy of retail. These brands were popular cultural references that helped Americans talk to each other about style, values, and identity. When the brands go away, these cultural reference points go away too. Buying clothes has always been something people do together. Teens connected while going shopping at the mall. Families turned back to school shopping into a special tradition that signaled the change of seasons. Friends gave tips on where to get the best bargains or the trendiest stuff. When physical clothing stores go away, it takes away social moments and turns shopping into a lonely online activity. People miss out on chances to have fun social moments and enjoy cultural experiences together. The mall, once a popular gathering place for many generations of Americans, is now a thing of the past. When clothing stores close, it also changes how people create their style and fashion. Physical stores let customers feel fabrics, see how colors appeared in various lights, and try on clothes to check how they fit and felt. Sales associates can give tips and help customers create outfits they may not have thought about. Shopping online turns clothes into pictures and size guides, taking away the real-life experience that has always been a part of fashion. People find it hard to make good choices when buying clothes, which results in more returns and less happy customers. Store closures affect more than just retail. They also impact commercial real estate, local government budgets, and community growth. Empty stores look bad and make neighborhoods less appealing. When property values go down, it leads to less tax money for local governments. This affects funding for schools, police, and infrastructure. When malls close, it really hurts the economy. This is because they take away the main stores that attract people to smaller shops, restaurants, and other services. When big department stores and clothing shops shut down, whole shopping areas struggle to stay open, leading to many job losses and problems for the community. Richard Wolff. Richard Wolff looks at the retail apocalypse not just by talking about the store closures happening now, but also by suggesting that even bigger changes are on the way. His framework suggests that the large number of clothing store closures in 2025 marks the beginning of a major change in American capitalism that will affect the society in ways many people may not foresee. Wolff says that the problems in the capitalist system have become so serious that old solutions just don't work anymore. The retail industry is especially at risk since it relies on people having extra money to spend. However, the same economic factors that fuel capitalism have gradually lowered what consumers can buy due to stagnant wages, growing debt, and the concentration of wealth. The economist's warnings indicate that what we are seeing in 2025 is not just a short-term decline that will bounce back, but a lasting change to a completely different economic system. The retail economy that provided jobs for millions of Americans and was a key part of consumer culture is fading away, and nothing similar will take its place. Wolff's predictions might sound a bit out there, but they come from careful study of economic data and past trends. The large number of clothing store closures shows that the consumer capitalism model that has shaped American life since World War II is falling apart right now. The most concerning part of Wolff's analysis is his idea that American political and economic leaders don't grasp how big the changes are that are taking place. They keep suggesting solutions based on the idea that the current economic system can be fixed, instead of seeing that it's being replaced by something completely new. The clothing store crisis of 2025 shows that Americans should get ready for an economy that will be very different from what it used to be. People who see the changes coming and adjust to them might make it through and even do well. People who think everything will go back to how it was are probably going to be surprised by changes they didn't expect. Richard Wolff has often said that ignoring economic reality won't make it disappear. It will only make the consequences worse later on. The stores are shutting down, the brands are fading away, and the economy is changing in ways that many people still don't want to see. Whether we are prepared or not, the future is coming quicker than expected, and the decline of American clothing stores is just the start of a bigger story about the end of one economic time and the unclear start of another.